Mic check 1 2 1 2. Welcome everyone to the G-Lew show. Let's talk about it. G-Lew, Big D, the return of Let's Talk About It. I know we're a little bit late, people. Running a little bit late. We're on CP time tonight. Sorry for the delay. That was my fault. You know what I mean? I'm running a little bit late, but we are here. G-Lew, Big D, keeping it real. The return of Let's Talk About It. We're gonna talk about some good stuff tonight. Positive shit. You know what I mean? We're gonna turn negative into positive. So everyone out there in the chat, thank you for joining us. I see Keisha, I see Elliot Delgado. Shout out to my producer, DD Hairston, who makes it all happen. Shout out to Love Grace, my sis, and Big D, the host. We'll be with you guys in 1 minute. Hang tight.
More bounce to the ounce like Roger Zap. OG will forever, homie, holla back. If you don't like it, please fall back. Got a long line of haters you can call back. I'm on track to be one of the greats. I'm 20 years in and I never came fake. I push weight like Cube and Chop. Though I started from the bottom, work my way to the top. I never stopped making dollars. The way they do my life sometimes, cause it makes me wanna holler. Wish I was a little bit taller, better yet, like the homie Ski said, cause I wish I was a baller. But more money brings more problems. Nowadays you get hated on by your own mama. I bring drama like K, Slay, rest in peace to the legendary DJ. It's G-Lew fucking with the homie Daz, BC to the LBC, back on that ass. DJ Maniac, loop the track. Now the homie G-Lew back banging on wax. It's a fact.
Yeah, we are back. I'm G-Lew. Shout out to Elliot Delgado. That's why I love you, girl. She always keep me on point. I'm back. Hope sound is good now and clear. Shout out to Jennifer Magana, Convicted Hearts. Make sure you check her out Tuesday nights. That's tomorrow night. Convicted Hearts on the Convicted Hearts YouTube channel. Check out my brother Junkin Chef. He is in the chat as well. Make sure you follow him. Get all of his rubs. He has the famous rubs. The summer heat is my favorite. It's summertime right now, so make sure you pick up that order from him at his website. Follow his page to get all the info. And don't forget, again, follow Convicted Hearts, the round table, hottest shit on Tuesday nights, besides changing the game. Make sure you tune in to her. Also, who else? Make sure you follow DD Hairston, my producer, DD Hairston 100. Make sure you follow her channel as well. Who else is in the chat tonight? Before we get started, I mean, it was my fault. I had a little bit delay, so you know how it goes, people. But we are here. Have no fear. Let's Talk About It is back.
The one, the only.
Okay. I think the man of the hour has just pulled up. He's pulling up to the back right now. They got to let him in VIP status. You know how he is. He's Hollywood. Big D just pulled up. We're going live in 1 minute, people. Okay. I think we're ready. Big D just pulled up. There he is. with the big B hat on. What's up, my boy? What's popping?
What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing?
Hold on, let me fix the audio. My bad. Hold up. I don't want you echoing, my brother.
Echo, baby.
I'm a little off tonight because I'm a little late, so everything wasn't in order. Now we should be good.
Hey, Pops, like you said, baby, never early, never late, always on time, my boy.
That part. How you doing, brother? It's been a long time. I should have left you. It's been a minute. Well, it ain't been a minute for us, but since they seen us right here on Let's Talk About It, homie.
Let's talk about it, man. Check this out. Welcome back, everybody, live right here, Monday nights, right here in the G-Lew Show. I am your co-host, and we're going to do it just like Zapp and Roger does it with more bounce to the ounce, baby. So kick back, relax, kick off your shoes. If you're cooking like Keisha always does, if you're entertaining your kids, your husband, your wife, hey, don't let us, don't blame us, blame y'all. But, hey, thanks for kicking it back, and we back live, man. What's up? What's popping?
Hey, man, it's all popping. That's why they call me Big Pops, homie. It's popping tonight.
That's right.
We are back, baby. Let's talk about it. It's been a minute. Everyone's been asking about it. We missed it. We just been waiting for the right time. You know what I mean? And it's a lot going on right now, in these everywhere, really, man. But, in the communities we frequent, which is, this YouTube community, the yard, as they call it, whatever. I don't know. But it's a lot going on, you know what I mean? And we just want to put our spill on it. But like I always tell you, we're going to bring positive resolutions to what we're talking about. So this is Let's Talk About It.
Right. And feedbacking off you, Pops. We just, like I said, I just want to extend, to everybody, my gratitude and thank y'all for coming on back to the G-Lew Show. Like Pops has said it, it's been a minute, but, throughout the chain gang and throughout the line and life and everything, sometimes life, catches up with y'all. So sometimes we got to take a break and make sure that we reevaluate and make sure that the household, our health and everything else comes in line, the way things are supposed to be. So it's good to be back, man. And it's a great topic tonight, man. So, I encourage everybody, to tap in, make sure you guys share this, man. This is going all across the world, all over the nation. We back. That's how we do. We do big things. We think about big things, and we try to be, respectful coming in and coming out. You know what I'm saying? So, man, there's a lot to talk about, and let's get to the subject, man.
Let's get to it, Big D. What we talking about tonight, baby?
So as you've seen as an algorithm, we're talking about, it says community, which is great. But we also talking about, I'm going to extend it a little more and put a little S to it and make it plural. Basically, it's about communities, right? Communities, I think it's very important, man, if you have the right people, you have the right support, the right background, man. And I think it's a very hot topic right now because as you guys seen, there's a lot of misconception about what communities are really and how they, run or despite, what background, what ethnicity, the way you look or whatever, what you like, gender, all this, politics. It's just crazy right now, social media and everything. And right now, even for ourselves, we have an opportunity with this social media platform, to make sure we have some clarity, shouting out to the rest of the YouTube world, social media world, we do things a little bit different over here. You know what I'm saying? So, man, basically tonight's other topic, it's about communities. Go ahead, Pops. Let me grab some water a little bit. Let me get some water real quick.
What's up? Okay, for sure. Yeah, it's about the community. Like, if you've been following me lately, I've been like coming on, I said I was going to do that some more, right? So I've been coming on, dropping some little jewels and just some early morning, thoughts, conversations, and what I see, what's been going on. And my thing is, it's a lot going on, but it's like, I just hope and pray. Well, I don't know, but I just hope and pray that as men do start acting like men again, homie, and just like, use platforms. I know it's all entertainment because, we want to be entertained, and this is TV now. I watch YouTube more than regular TV, right? So it's entertainment, but I don't like when it just gets crazy and it's like we're going backwards, homie, because especially us on this internet and YouTube, most people we tune into follow, we come from the street somewhat, or some came from prison, some came from whatever gang bang, like whatever they come from, right? But they're supposed to be like OGs now or older, dudes that's already been there. And it's like now we going backwards because all I see is dudes at each other, homie, even people that come in as friends, they turn on each other. And it's all over content, man, because Yeah, that's what it seems like. You know, they're chasing the content dollar now. Now the streets is the YouTube. That's why they say the YouTube yard, because it's like, or the pen. And some of these dudes need to be getting DPs, homie.
Right. It's a misconception, man. Like I said, I heard it even a little bit when, I took my little break from right here, kicking back, doing the let's talk about it. It's a misconception. Right here, we demonstrate peace and unity, right? And to
Right.
me, it depends who you hang around with, man, to tell you the truth. Because I'm going to give you a little definition of what, basically what community or communities really are, to tell you the truth. I find it that, a community, it's a group of people that have common interests and common characteristics, bro.
Right.
Some common wealth and some common interests. And that's what I've been knowing. And then since, we've been doing our thing, since I've been following you, Pops, we have demonstrated, I think that, amongst the community that we have here, within this show, and it's displaying and showing that how this community right here is even growing, because
Right.
all the people that are in this chat right now in the comments, man, shout out to everybody. Let me give my shout out to everybody. DD Hairston, gotta make sure we shout her out, man. Big Stomp, Spanks, Nay Love. Who else do we got here? That's part of the
People.
club,
Oh,
man.
we got Drunk Chef,
Drunken Chef,
Spank.
Spanks, Contreras family. You know what I'm saying? These are the people that, we have, reconciled with, that broke bread with, man, that supported in some way, that got some common health and some common wealth, behind it. That's what makes a strong community to me, man. And sometimes, when you're involved in these communities, make sure you do your research, amongst, the people that you surround yourself with, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just that's the common thing when it comes to, communities, making sure that you guys have the commonwealth and the same common interest. Because like I said, bro, since going back to, man, when I met you a couple years ago, man, at your first meet and greet that was LA. Every time you come, Pops, it's always raining, homie. You know what I mean? Except this last time, dog.
Yeah.
So just doing them. Like I said, I can remember the first one that we met, man. We met what's his name? Name Nutt's dad, man. That's the first
Yeah, Big Left. Shout out to Big Left.
man. You know what I'm saying? First person. You guys were doing meet and greets already, bro. And we had one, and from there we just been rolling, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Family.
It's been a fun ride, man, to tell you the truth. And I would like to appreciate and thank everybody who's been along this journey. You know what I'm saying? It has helped me, to grow myself, man, and to recognize, people, and not only that, to let people know who I'm about myself. You know what I'm saying? The same common interest, man. So shout out to everybody that's been following us, man. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting the platform. We get together. I remember G-Lew started, we had something going. He does this thing, man. You see, music brings people together, man. Starting out with oldies but oldies, oldies rule forever. That's another community that start, man. It's just the beginning. So I look forward, to, just doing this and taking this journey and follow the same community and people and watch us grow, man.
Right. And that's why I say, bro, like I said, I've just been coming on the past few times doing a few, things like I haven't been doing, right? Speaking to the people. And I always say, like, when I spoke on some shit last week about the thing that happened with Icon and Won't, right? I say, I could come and speak on this only because I really like live this shit. I don't talk about it. You know what I mean? I do it like, far as what I'm doing when I interact and deal with brown and black and all that, homie. Like other people just talking speculation or just throwing it in the air, right? So or whatever we do, like you said, with the people, a positive thing, like how we've grown as a family. Like all of us are on here, right? But we really like become family. You know what I mean? We meet each other, greet, like it's really love. It ain't just no quote unquote internet stuff, right? So it's like the whole thing, like you say, when we say we talk about it, we really want to be about it, So this is why I think, my channel would always, even in the interview, they asked me, what is, the G-Lew show mean? I just wanted to stand for something. You feel me? Integrity, respect. You know what I mean? Love.
That part, and that's a great demonstration, like I said. And a lot of people that, a lot of us people on here, they have hung out with us, man. They have supported us. That's what a community does, right? Communities come together. It starts as a small community, right? And it's about learning and try to understand and adapting to same qualities that other people have, whether it's historical, whether it's food, music. We could find there's a lot of common interests amongst humans that people, don't understand or despise of it because they don't want to see togetherness. They're dwelling in separation. And like I said, I had the opportunity, like I said, whether it's one person that you meet or one person that that you talk to, that you're breaking that barrier with. I had
Right.
an opportunity, like I said, to big shout out to Dankin and Drankin Beanloke, right? He's somebody that's up north, man. That deals with the different color, because that's what it's all about right now. North, south, blue, red. Like, I represent my brown people, also black people, white people, all of all colors, nationalities, race. When it comes to religion, everything that comes with it. Just some of it I don't agree, and that should not despise me or separate me from anybody else. You know what I'm saying? You may like country, and I might like oldies. It doesn't mean that, hey, it's music, period.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, let's share that and with one another, and let's grow. I think that's what we've been displaying.
Right, facts, and I want to piggyback off of what Big D said. I represent like everyone. Yeah, I mean, I represent real people. If you just if you're real solid, got love in your heart, you know what I mean, just a real, how we could detect real and fake. You're right, but if you're a real person, good people, man, it's like, I love you, homie. We could tap in, we could, bond. It's all love, because that's what it's supposed to be about, right?
Absolutely, and like I said, man, we displayed it. And like, yeah, you kind of mentioned that, like going back to like LA Icon, right?
Right.
I understand. We got to understand people. Sometimes we speak out of character, right? We speak out of content, and sometimes it's not purposely.
No.
I don't think LA Icon had no intentions to disrespect the Black community or the hip hop community or any kind of community after that. He was just an individual that was speaking his feelings, which we all have feelings, and it's okay to display them as long as you do it positivity. And he made a mistake, and we should forgive, when sometimes people are not in that part of education, but I don't think he had any intentions of doing bad. But then again, we got to make sure, when you're going to adapt to another, organization or culture or food or music, make sure you know what you're saying, and mistakes happen. I made a lot of mistakes. I get it. Some people don't like me or whatever and so forth, man. That's on them. But make sure, you keep the positivity and say the good things about us too as well. LA Icon, I'm gonna say, like I said, I don't think he meant anything on purpose, but everything he wanted to say, came out wrong, but his intentions were good.
Right. Before we continue, I want to shout out to the Drunken Chef who donated $5. Thank you, brother. He said, "Ain't no time for beef unless you're slapping it on the grill." Chef, baby, that's the chef of all chefs. That's the only beef he needs.
That's the only beef he got a problem with. You know what I'm saying? Even what's up, Aaron Antonio? And even with that, man, you got a professional next to you, man. He's gonna teach you and show you the way, man. Cook this steak right, man. Flop this meat. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. And piggyback again, like Icon thing. Like you said, I don't think he meant, because I know Icon, I know, followed him, I know his heart from what I see. I think too, like you said, people make mistakes, but it's the internet now. So sometimes we get on here, and he was having a show, so I guess he was like live, but we say things and you may not even feel that way tomorrow or whatever, but it's out there now. Just like you can have private conversations or just whatever and talk about whatever, right? But when you're on this internet, it goes across the world. So now everyone hears it. Everyone's got an opinion. And like I said on the thing, when it's someone like Icon, he's like a voice. People are going to hear it. Somebody else would have said it, it wouldn't have been anything, right? But Icon said it, so a lot of people heard it. Everyone want to run with it and create their own narrative, and that's when it gets out of hand, because people create their own narrative, and then it gets to a different narrative, just like rumors or talk, you know what I mean? By the time it gets and that story been changed 10 times. And it's ain't even, so people don't even know, or some people don't even know who he is, or probably ain't even see the video. They just run with it, and that's what this YouTube stuff does. And that's the real problem, because it spreads like cancer, and all these other people who content or whatever want to put their 2 cents in it, and anyone can say anything. No one is censored, so some people don't even deserve a damn mic. You feel me? But they got one or a phone to talk on here. So this is what we're dealing with. But I think, again, we got to be more responsible as individuals, brown and black, and know how to, take things for what they're worth, or see what it, or investigate, see what's going on before we speak, especially if we have platforms and voices. You feel me? Because that's how this shit starts and gets way out of hand when it don't even need to be. Like, that shit could have been fixed like that, because he did come right back think a day after and say, hey, my bad, I didn't know what this was, that was. And that's an honest mistake. But he has to know too what comes with it. So I'm sure he did. He handled it, you know what I mean, like he said. And again, I know Icon personally, I know he's not that type of dude. You know, if someone else, I'd have been like, I don't know. But Icon, I could say, ain't like that, homie.
Right. Right, and you know that's a good way of demonstrating too. Also, like I said, because going back, you know, communities, you know, it's a clique, man. It's a body, you know, it's a share of group, you know, and I think we're all trying, you know, all communities, you know, are trying to come together. You know what I'm saying? In some sense or one another. I don't experience that when I come right here. When I hang with you, Pops, and when people are the outskirt, you know what I mean? You got people talking their East Coast, you know, West Coast, you know what I mean? Up north, down south. I really don't get that type of narrative when we hang, you know, us over here, not to separate ourselves with anything. If anything, we're trying to show the light and show y'all how to get together and hang out and what support system is. You know, you got to get out of your comfort zone, man. I heard people say like, oh, well, you know, I never been invited to a Cinco de Mayo, you know, concert. Well, you know, make yourself acceptable, you know, get yourself there. You know what I'm saying? If you could get yourself to a football game, get yourself to a concert, that's all you're going to see, man. Black, white, Asian, Mexicans, different cultures, different sayings, man. You know, it's just one thing that you guys got to understand, that music brings people just like food does, right? Good people, you know, interact with each other. Great events that are put together. We just had one last week, man. It was hosted perfectly. Wasn't really expecting, you know, what was I gonna encounter, but I knew it was gonna be positive things, man. And that shows me that, hey, you know, that we are growing, you know, that's black and brown right there. You know, I was introduced to some people, man. They have literature just like us. They had, you know, stories just like, you know, us. And I was amazed, and it just opened my eyes way more, because let me say this, right? Let me start it like this, people. You know what I'm saying? We made it 7 months already. Today's July 1st. You know, let's mention it. Let's talk about it, man.
That's the first.
It's the first today, baby. First of the month.
Right. You know crazy. This year is going fast, bro.
Hey, we're already halfway to the mark, baby. You know what I'm saying? Summer's barely started.
That's crazy how the time, bro, is just like, whew.
And that's why time don't wait for bullshit, people. You know what I'm saying? You got to get out of your socket, you know what I mean? Get out of your pocket and get with it, man, you know? And like I said, that's how, to me personally, how you gradually grow. You know, you're putting yourself in uncomfortable places, man. Always doing the opposite, because it's easy to be the same, right? That guy is talking crap. We're going to talk crap. You know, the negativity is always the easiest thing to fall into, but despising it and changing it yourself, you know, is just like, hey, you know, going against the narrative. Like you said, there's been a sense of little racism, a little bit of North and South. You know what I'm saying? Still people saying words out of blur, out of content, out of spec. Well, I could say this, and I could say the N word, and I could do this. Who's validated this? My history is better than your history. I come from a different culture. Hey, I keep it real, man. You know what I'm saying? All that really doesn't make sense to me. Is what makes sense to me is today. The world is changing. Community. We're not in the 50s, 40s, 30s. You know what I'm saying? The 1700s. The world just keeps moving forward, but it repeats itself. You know, now everybody wants to be in charge of, like, hey, hip hop, it came here first. You know, salsa came here first. You know, the literature of history came here first. It doesn't matter who made it first. What matters is that we're making it. You know what I'm saying? That we made it. To tell you the truth, people have sacrificed, died, have been locked up, beaten up, assassinated. You know what I'm saying? And we still can't get it together in some sense. But there's a lot of us that do.
Yeah, and I my thing is, like, I understand all that, because I know, like you said, how the world goes, and I expect that sometimes out of the youngsters. But my thing is, the older, like, people, like, you know what I mean, that know better are on here doing the BS or continuing the BS, you know what I mean? And that's where my problem lies, because it's like, we got to do better, you know what I mean, to show an example, man. Like, again, no one's perfect and everyone's human, right, too? So no one's still no punk or no B, you feel me? But it's like, we got to do better as examples, only because we know better already, you know what I mean? And none of these dudes want to go back to prison or do some crazy shit or kill nobody or whatever's going on. So why keep that up? But like, a lot of the propaganda people just keep up, and I don't know why. Like, older dudes I'm talking about, you know what I mean? I guess it's this YouTube clout. I think they get caught up, you know what I mean, in it. And like I said, they go back to wanting to prove themselves again, like we're 20 years backwards.
Right. And that's how you know, like, man, if you can't get that concept, you need a sense of a different direction. You got to start flipping at other channels or start reading some book and really adapting it and putting it not into your mind, but into your heart too, man. As I mentioned, I grew up in a brown community, right? A brown community. There was not too many blacks or whites within my community source. I think my first of encounter of differences or segregation was in jail. It was, I'm going to be honest with you.
Right.
Before that, prior to that, growing up, I had black friends in school, I had white friends in schools, I had Asian friends in school, and so forth. It's when I got into my neighborhood, and not even then, my homies didn't tell me, hey, be racist or be this, because I used to go to church when I was young. I was introduced to the church, man. There's a lot of beautiful people. My black community, they know God real good. They're souls, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's when I was like, hey, man, well, what's the difference now? Because now my community was different. I was a little older. I got myself involved with the community of a neighborhood, a gang, what represents. So now that was my full-fledged life after that, you know what I'm saying? So everything coming with that surrounded, because a lot of people say that, I've been saying, well, they got a prison system, they got a north-south, they don't like blacks or they don't like whites and this and that. Some of it's true, like I said, I witnessed it. But it was not something that I made. It was just something that I encountered throughout life because of choices and decisions and the involvement, what kind of community or communities I was representing. So, jail, there's a lot of segregation in the West Coast in California. We still have problems within our brown community up north, down south. We're still displaying colors, red and blue. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, sometimes, it doesn't make sense. As we get older, thank God to the, good Lord upstairs, I'm going to be 48 years old this year. And I'm starting to realize, like, I don't want to represent that type of community. I made my changes, man. I love all people. I respect all people. There's disability peoples, there's old people, there's so many communities, man. There's a chess community. Come on. There's a spiritual community, right? Right now, there's a social media community, like Pops was saying right now. And, you got to be careful what you say and what you represent.
For sure. And me, like, total, like what you said, but the opposite on the other way, because like me, of course, I'm black. I come from my black community already, but I was raised and grew up, like I said, in a mostly brown community. So I was like the only one, and I had to go through it, homie. So I had to go through it because just like the things you were saying, I had to deal with personally, homie, because that's what it was. But through it all,
people not to cut you off, but people don't understand that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So right now, you know what I mean, man. Let me know how that went. Shoot,
but that's why I say I can never be a hypocrite, homie. I'm gonna keep that shit real all the time, bro, because I really come from this shit, so I can never be like this. That I know what it is, bro. So when you know better, you got to do better. So yeah, I came up like that, homie, and had to deal with that shit as a kid. When you get it the worst, and I dealt with that, homie, stood tall, but through it all, I grew. You know what I mean? And family, because these are my family. So to this day, that's what it is. Even my neighborhood. If you know me, you know. So it's like, this is what I grew up with. So I had to deal with it all, bro. So I know what it is. Again, that's why I can never be a hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm gonna always come in an even field and level and understand both sides, and because I know what it is already. So me, I have to always represent that, homie. If not, I would be a hypocrite. And so no one can tell me different. I know it's probably people that look at me or wonder or think they don't even know me. Black people or anyone, they're like, damn, what's up with this fool? How does he, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? They don't understand.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you don't know, you don't know, but I know.
Right.
So that's why I move the way how I move, bro, and always keep it 100, 1,000, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think that's, to be honest with you, Pops, that's helped you spiritually and mentally and all that comes with it. It makes you, a diamond in a dozen, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think God has given you that privilege and that honor to understand the both sides. Not too many people can handle that, man.
Hey, hold on. Not to cut you off, but I'm glad you said that, because that's what I always say too. And I'm thankful for that. Like now, as I'm the age I am now and grown, I'm thankful for that. Some people don't understand that and weren't blessed to have that. That's why I say I can speak on things and know both sides when I'm talking to either side and understand, because I really lived it, bro. So it's like that's a blessing now. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes earlier I didn't know. Like, what is this about? Now that's a blessing, bro, because everyone don't have that, bro.
Yeah, a diamond in a desert, bro. You know what I'm saying? Growing up where you at, and the whole coincidence, like I said, man, was beautiful. You know how we engaged and got together, man. I thought that was just like, you know, that was by God. You know, God designed, not realizing that my wife's brother's homeboy
Right,
was,
right.
was you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We were way connected, Big D. Like you said, a couple years ago, we linked, but we were way connected way before like lost family because your wife, that's family, bro.
And that's why I want people to realize, man, you know what I mean? Now that we have a community, right? I think a lot of people, you know, they follow us, you know, they like the way we vibe, the way we move, wiggle. You know, it hasn't been perfect, you know, but you learn, you know, throughout communities, you learn who that person, who that individual is, and respectfully, you know, whether it's a woman or a man, you know, we come and we always, you know, uplifting, you know, supporting, validating. When we make mistakes, we know we try to correct with love, you know what I'm saying? A form of discipline is love, man, you know? So if I get at you and I say, hey, it's something personal, dog, you know, don't take it personal, you know, because it will be known. You know, all personal stuff has to go away, man. You know, that's what I'm saying. We got to stop fighting each other, you know, disagreeing on each other and learn how to adapt and form a community, which I think we have done, you know, respectfully. And I take honor in that, you know what I'm saying? Like you and DD have opened a door for me. And not only have I opened my eyes, but, you know, I had a lot of change of heart, man, you know? Now I could gradually and professionally say, hey, you know, I mean, I support, you know, I mean, this community or that community, and I ain't gonna change the way I am because the way you think, you know,
Right.
the way you represent yourself, you know, your narrative, you know what I mean?
And two, man, it's all about, man, people individually, individuals. See, sometimes we run with stereotype, or we run with just a lot of people do just like, oh, you don't like this person or that person just because or whatever. So I think it's like individual because it's assholes everywhere and bad people that don't matter about no race, bro. But individually, if people, man, you link with certain people all the time and find out, wow, you know what I mean, and become way closer than probably some, you know what I mean? You just never know. So it's about the individual, bro. And I think you take more time out to learn people, you know what I mean, before you just make an assumption, you know what I mean?
And imagine that, right? I mean, I want people to really think this, man, you know, and whoever catches this, you know, make sure, you know, adapt to that. Imagine that you will not get involved with somebody because of their race, color, religion, you know, stereotype and so forth, man. Now, you know, I agree on certain communities, you know, I you know, I'm gonna be very honest, right? I'm gonna keep it real as much as I can, but I wouldn't judge those communities, right? The judgment belongs to the big homie upstairs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're here to get along, right? The Bible says love one another, you know what I mean, as you will love God. You know what I'm saying? I try to keep a spiritual aspect. That's why it's important. What type of community are you involved? Are you involved with the gang community? Because I already know where you're coming from. You know what I'm saying? It's easy. Are you involved with the music community? Okay, you know, I got a friend, you know, Pops, you know, he knows what's involved. He's a rapper, so forth, you know? Am I involved with a literature, book community? DD, all right, she knows she's educated. She makes books, this and that. I involved with professionalism, restaurant, or I got my homeboy Spanks, you know what I mean? He knows a little bit about, you know, restaurants and business, so forth, because his family, his community, his involvement. You know, when we went to Spanks, you know, shout out to Big Spanks, you know, the Contreras family, you know what I'm saying? We went to his community, bro. You know, their restaurant is right there. And 3300, I still remember Spanks, right there, North Broadway, right? It's a community.
Broadway.
And we were right there representing both cultures. You know what I'm saying? And everybody was invited. We were laughing, you know, maybe, you know, I wouldn't even say there was no tension. We were just trying to understand. Me and G-Lew were on another narrative that day. We almost got caught.
Back there, man, slipping. But shout out to my homeboy too. I got to shout out my homeboy Woody, man, who pulled up. He's like a day one. You know what I mean? OG from my neighborhood. He's like, you on Broadway? What? He pulled up. And shout out to Monica, my sis. She made that happen too. Yeah, shout out.
We're just walking around, you know, exploring the neighborhood, people. That's all, you know what I mean? Just two guys up to no good, as if they would say back in the days. You know what I'm saying? But hey, like I said, man, you know, everybody was involved. There was a community that was together, and there was a lot of participation. You know, big shout out to Big Stomps with this homie, was able to bring the, you know, the lowrider. You're able to do your videoing. So, you know, it's just, that was a great community, man. And he did. Right, and then we took it to Whittier Boulevard. I mean, it's just, you know, I mean, you really guys got to be really, you know, plugged in. You know what I'm saying? You really got to really understand, the communities, because there's so many of them. I mean, right now, like Pops was saying, there's social community, the social network community right now is big. YouTube, TikTok, you know what I'm saying? You could put anything out there, man. And it's just what type of community you want to get involved with. And right here, we do nothing but support, you know what I mean? For real.
Yeah. Hey, and just speaking on Whittier, again, like I said, it's about your energy and your get down, a real recognized real. Because like we got out there and Big D was all love, huh? It was love, bro, from everyone, homie.
Hey, Pops stood out there like a freaking thumb.
Hey, it was love, bro. They thought I was Snoop Dogg, though. Hey, but it was love, homie. It was love, bro.
Oh man, but see how look how that was connected, bro. Not to cut you off.
Yeah.
Shout out to Yayo and Fun, man, right?
Yeah, your boy, definitely. That's what kicked it off. You're right. Shout out to him.
Shout out to Yayo and Fun. We went out there. We were on Posse's on Broadway, and he was on Whittier Boulevard, right? So, it was just like the event was over, man. We were celebrating, shout out to DD and their book signing. I thought that was great. Hopefully we could do it again. This is the type of publicity. These are the type of people that, we need to support and get involved with, because they're involved with their community, how they, do their literature and so forth. Right. Shout out to DD. She's an author, book writer, and so forth, man. So she has some great stuff. Make sure you guys go check her out. Support my girl. She does a hookah lounge on Saturdays. She got
coming back. Small what you call plug. They're coming back this Saturday. So shout out to Hookah Lounge and Didi.
Look at them. And Didi, if you want to talk politics, let's talk about it, because it's about that year again.
Oh my God. That stuff the other night, I don't know, man. It ain't looking good. But we're not gonna get on that tonight. No. You guys do that.
Not yet. I don't think y'all ready for it, man. But get your ballots ready, man. You know what I'm saying? Because participation is very important, man. That's what makes a community involvement.
Yep. Factual.
She's ready, bro. She's ready. She's all ready.
Don't even get started. Don't get the chat gonna go crazy, man. Like, don't even start, man. Don't even start. Not tonight. But yeah, I know it's getting ready. I know she got a new book coming out too, speaking on that stuff. So stay in tune with DD, man. Follow her again, DD Hairston 100.
Right. So as I mentioned, man, communities are very important, man. That's what makes the system strong. Having the right people. What I'm saying? You got to understand. I think, like as I mentioned, we have made a community, but retract yourself. Go back. I want you guys to understand. Go back to when we had our first episodes and so many episodes, because we talked about a lot of things that represent the communities. Accountability was one.
Hey, we had your hold on though. We had your wife on the first one, bro. That one went up. That was a good one, man. Shout out to your wife, Monica.
Right. Shout out to you. Where you at, babe? Where you at? I look like Lionel Richie, right? Me and Stevie Wonder right now. No, just playing. But that's what I'm saying. Retract yourself. Make sure you guys go back to G-Lew and make sure all that big the Keeping It Real episodes, and let's talk about it. It was a discussion. We have talked about responsibility, accountability. So many other good topics that we mentioned. And that I think as people who are in social media on the streets, because you guys got to understand, like I said, I heard this a few times already. Maybe I heard it twice, maybe 3 times. And Pops was there the last time. And this is what makes this unique, right? When you're involved in your community, because I just said it. We're involved.
Right.
And we're involved. That's what separates us from a lot of people.
Exactly.
The involvement. What I'm saying? I think like I would never imagine like we would have a lot of people who follow, G-Lew and I, what I mean, that we're able to pull up at least 2 or 3 gatherings, man.
Yes.
And it's more than 3, 4, 5 people. And it's people, it's not just men, it's women. What I'm saying? And these are people that have, common people that have, the same interests and the same values. That's what a community does, right? And then the ones that don't have that type of same value in the community, coming from a worthless, or should I say a bad, sense of mind, you're going to come from a bad community. Not all communities are great. I hate to say it.
Right.
What I'm saying? We have bad communities that are out there. You got people who are hating, people who disagree. People have a totally mindset, of a different narrative, and that's what we're saying. And it doesn't mean that we're going to separate y'all or we find y'all different and exclude. We're not going to disinclude y'all. Maybe you'll have a change of heart and a different perspective when y'all come over here and try to understand.
Yeah. And that's why, again, like to piggyback off that, we would just want to lead by example, man. So we want to push a narrative of community. That's the name of the title tonight, right? Like community. You know what I mean? We really like I said again earlier, like we really doing this. We ain't just talking about it, we doing it. You know what I mean? Because we're bringing the people together. We're always trying to push some positive. You never come on none of our channels and hear the negative narratives, you know what I mean? And pushing the stuff to just, I don't know. I can't do that. You know what I mean? No matter how, even when I want to. That's why even a lot I don't talk. I said now I'm coming out more to speak a little bit, but that's why, because I just don't want to do that. But I just want a way that we can do this the right way. You know what I mean? I know it's hard because that the people don't want to hear that. And again, not saying it to be preachy or none of that, but I want to do it entertaining way too, but still just keep it real, bro. And if I'm coming out here and we're talking about it, we're talking about some real shit, homie. You know what I mean? Not nothing, no bunch of BS, homie, and keeping that going. You know what I mean? Because that's just, like I said, it's a reality show and people want to see the show, but as we're seeing it right in front of our eyes, it's getting bad, like out there, all because of over this content stuff. We're seeing people, I know I've been seeing some stuff, homie, like crazy shit, homie. I'm like, wow,
A lot, and some of it has to do with musicians, to tell you the truth, the music industry.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's a community that's kind of sensitive, probably for you, Pops, because you kind of involved with that community.
I'm knowing all that was going on. Some stuff I may talk about, people may not even know what I'm talking about. So I understand that, but that's what I'm saying though. From what I'm seeing a lot of shit because I'm tapped in with all this, because I have to be.
Right, because when we went to the Adelanto event, some of the people that had the discussions were there.
Yeah, exactly.
You were invited. You know what I'm saying? You were blessed. We were given, chances, opportunities. I mean, just coming along with y'all, the side of you and DD and all that, there was, hey, man, here's a pass here. You could get in for free. Nothing but love, man. You know what I'm saying? Being in certain places, thinking that you would not even be. See, if you're surrounded by the right people and positive, and you come with that positive attitude with the same narrative as positive, you'll find yourself in mysterious places sometimes, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's not by coincidence. It's because what you come with, because if you're in a bad community and you come with bad representation, trust me, you're going to get nothing but fulfillment, bad stuff, man. It's there for you. It's coming 100%, man, trust me, man.
Facts. Like you said, all love at these places and events, man. You couldn't believe all the love, we get. And it's beautiful. We got something else coming up in, I think, September, Big D, something big. And I'm hoping to perform as well. So, I mean, hopefully that happens. And but yeah, it's all love. And that's what I love too. We get out here and get to mingle and meet the different people, you know what I mean, that's doing their thing. It's like, it's a lot of good networking, bro. You know what I mean? We get to meet a lot of different people, and then we're in contact with them and, make other things happen through those contacts, and then we're able to even interview a lot of these people. It's just a beautiful thing. I love this, homie. You know what I mean? I love it.
Preach it, baby. I mean, I'll give you guys an example, right? I'll testify it, right? A couple weeks ago, Pops, the G-Lew show, he had Hypnotic, right? And I met Hypnotic before, so shout out to Sue Souls and, the events. When I met Hypnotic, it was with the big official Joe. He was performing up there in Adelanto with what's his name, Mr. Homicide and so forth. But I had an opportunity to see them. But it's just the humble people that, these guys are so humble. They're out there performing. They're working hard, man, trying to shed some light, trying to sell their music, their merch, which is all good, right? So he was on here, right? And just a little discussion, man. Hey, we follow you, this and that, right, Pops? And we were able to follow him on social media, man. And he blessed us with some tickets, I ain't say, we paid, but, instead of paying that one price, we paid this price. And we went to the Shoot Too Short event, man. I put it out there, man. I promoted, Hypnotic. I made sure he got his, airtime first because it was only the right thing to do, man, because that's how you support a community. That's how you support an artist. That's how you support somebody that's out there digging hard, working hard, and then humbly back. It's like, hey, I'll hook you up, dog. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Oh, what? G-Lew? Oh, man, that's a great community over there, man. It's a lot easier than because, you're getting a chequeada. It's your gratitude and your attitude, bro. You know what I'm saying? So if they follow the G-Lew show, something's coming good out of it. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I took that narrative. And that day, man, we met him. Like I said, you guys go back to the video, give a shout out to Hypnotic. And we're in another discussion. He's going to do another event, coming up this month with Mac 10. So
Oh,
You know, with Mac 10 be
yeah,
coming down, you know.
I like back 10, man.
So, you know, be looking forward to that one. You know, I might throw that one for sure on my. I'm gonna do a video clip and throw it on my channel.
You got to do that one, Big D. You got to bring out the GoPro for that one.
Got to, right? And then after that, you guys know me, man. I take the pro, and sometimes it don't go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just
But
the
that
way.
pro was bad because I remember that's where you shot that with at the first joint. That was tight, bro.
Right.
The GoPro is pretty bad, bro.
And it's an investment. It was an investment, pops. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you got to invest yourself, people. You know what I mean? But that's a different topic. You know, investing in yourself, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but hey, you know, yeah, you know, you got to be ready to stay ready, man. You know, so you know, but it comes with a lot of work, and that's what I want you guys to understand. You know, especially working with communities and all that. Everything we do in life comes with a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you need that community to be surrounded so they can support you. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, you know, I have a conversation. I could call Pops. You know what I mean? I could call the crusty one. I could call House of Tattoos. You know, shout out to these gentlemen.
Yeah, shout out to the homies.
Yeah, these are the people that I talk to, discuss some topics, have met. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. You know, surround yourself with communities that are positivity that are going where. You could tell by the way they wiggle. You know, you can tell by what type of investment or what type of people they're involved with. You know what I'm saying? You know, because sometimes people are out here, they're out to harm you too, man. You know, they'll criticize you, put you down. You guys seen it already, man. They'll jump on you like flies on. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. You know, yeah, that's definitely a fact. But I try to just, man, like energy. I'm not gonna, you know, anybody can do what they do, but it's up to me how I do what I do. So, you know what I mean? The bad energy, I just let that energy just flow off of me, like you say, like flies. They gonna fly away. I swat them away, and then hopefully, you know.
Look, I could be the Suge Knight, dog. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know what I mean? Respectfully, sorry. I sometimes people, you know, I take this thing serious. You know, let's just say that. I think this black and brown. You know what I mean? I take it real serious, man. And I'm not here to use anybody. I'm not here to use Pops right here because of his color or because of his platform. You know, I'm blessed. I'm right here. Let's make this for sure and official. This is the G-Lew show. You know, I got my, you know, channel, you know, and we're growing over there too. But, you know, people will see that, you know, if he's involved with this community over here, why not give this community guy a shot over there? I know I come based on respect, you know what I mean? I'd rather have 4 quarters than 100 pennies, people. You know, straight out, man, you know, and I want to work for mine, you know what I'm saying? Get involved with people that work for theirs. You know, a lot of people want to piggyback, jump on, you know, the groupies. You got the YouTube groupies, you know what I'm saying? Which is cool, man, you know, but I don't see that amongst, you know, the community, you know, coming back what we have over here. This is the community Pops and DD have made, and I'm just glad to be part of it, man.
Yeah, for sure. Me too, man. It's a blessing to have rooms. Like you say, I'd rather have 4 quarters and 100 pennies. So you know what I mean, man. I'm blessed.
That's a little hard, Pops, when you got like 30,000 people following you, homie.
Yeah, but you see the solid ones. You know, a lot of people come and go. A lot of people peekaboo. A lot of people, you know, do whatever. And some support from afar or quietly too, because people do tell me that. But you know, the solid, you know, family based community we have is a blessing, bro. People that really, you know, rock with you, and then, you know, that shows. So, you know what I mean? That's a blessing to have that, bro. So I'm thankful for everyone that has taken this journey with me, you know, wherever you came in on this journey with me, you know what I mean? And you're here now. I really appreciate you. It's real love right here. So I hope you know that. People know that, because like I said, again, you're not going to keep continuously dealing with people that you don't really like or don't think are any good, right? So we got that, homie. So that's love, real love. So thank you all. Thank you. And you all especially know who you are for real. So thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Right. And just piggybacking on Pop says, it's the community interest, man. You know, that's why I think a lot of people support us. You know, let me elaborate what I was going to say earlier. So when I was live right there, right, at Spanx, you know, somebody said something that made sense, that I've seen it before, but sometimes when you're working, you want that little feedback. You want that positive feedback, because we're a community and we want to make sure that we're doing it right. So when I heard this 3 times already, say, hey, man, when we're together, people, you know, our little community, and we welcome, it's been growing. It's not like, oh, we just allowed like 2 people to hang with us. When we say we're an event, you want to come down there. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, you know, because what this person says, like, man, you guys are really doing it. I see you guys here. I see you guys there. I see you guys everywhere. So it's not like we're hiding or I have a a jacket over my shoulder. I got to watch out for something because I know the people that I walk with and talk with and run with, they're going to have my back no matter what. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I
right.
wouldn't put nobody in a situation that, you know, that is found because I make sure that, you know what I mean? I make sure like how we talked about it, that we have the good characteristics, you know, we have the right mindset, you know, that we're not just talking BS, you know what I mean? That in some sense we're about it, not pridefully, but like, hey, we are out here, you know what I'm saying? We are united, you know, we are getting along. We are together. Wow, we don't see it over here in North Carolina.
Mhm.
Hey, you need to learn that, you know what I'm saying? Or we don't see that over here in North Dakota. It's like, hey, you know, so in every little place, man, things are totally different. You can't, people from out of places, you know what I mean, don't understand how California really works, you know what I'm saying? But that's not even the important part. The message is, it's right here, this community in Southern California, and we welcome everybody, man. We do it like that.
Like that for real. And like Big D said, like you said, I we don't worry about, you know, of course I mean, you gotta always be on guard and on point. But like you said, and like me, man, I'm too grown now. Like I don't care. Like I'm not saying I'm stupid again, but I step anywhere just because I know how I'm coming, bro. I'm coming respectfully, you know what I mean, with love. So I feel like I go anywhere. And again, not saying that cocky or dumb, because I'm not saying that, but you know what I mean. Like I'm not worried about that, homie, where I got to go, whatever, here, over here, or this neighborhood or that neighborhood, bro. If I'm coming to love and respect, you know what I mean, I feel that's going to be recognized, homie, and
I mean,
reciprocated.
I'm just gonna go back to Whittier Boulevard, homie. That thing was funny. I put G-Lew in the corner. Homie. I didn't mean like that, people. I put G-Lew on the corner, dog. And I left the homie alone, and he was just like, "Dude, I was gonna ask for an autograph, homie. All in white.
Homie.
All y'all were there on Sunday. You know, homie was decked out for his video and all that." And homeboy went to the boulevard G'd up from the feet up. Homie, I thought it was in celebrity status, but see, that goes to tell you, not yet. Not yet. Yeah. We're humbly, patiently waiting, you know what I'm saying? We need your support, you know what I mean? So drop it hot like it is because summertime's here and it's freaking hot.
For real. Serio,
homie. You know, 52 minutes in, man. I don't know how many people are in the chat, man. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to Pro, Contreras Fan Spanks.
Yeah, prayers up for Miss Patty. Said she's in the hospital, so prayers up to Miss Patty. From we send our prayers, Pearl, and the family.
Right. I don't know if Pop's gonna put the number out. You know what I mean? If you guys want to interact, that's up to the home.
That's all good. There's a number right there. The line's always open. You want to call and send some love. Let me go. Make sure the lines. I'll be right back.
Because you guys thought it was over, huh? That's what you guys thought. You know what I'm saying? But respectfully, it was not. Like I said, once in a while, you know what I'm saying? We out here, you know, life goes up. You know, we got to check our homes, our kids, our jobs, and so forth, man. So it's always been on the straight up over here, man. And and we got to do what we got to do, man. Look at DD says, gee, you are a star, man. So if you are a star, then I'm just a beginner then. Eh? Oh, man. Hey, but Pops is, hey, he's a star, man. Homeboy was doing this thing. I thought that was a pretty amazing. And like I said, all the people, all the raza were giving Pops love. And it was a beautiful thing, man. But yes, today's topic, like I said, it's communities. I know it says community. We're going to make a little plural. You know, we started a community, and now that's what we're trying to display and show other communities that, hey, you know, a lot of the narrative, you guys got it wrong. You know, over here, we do things a little different. You know, there is black and brown, white, Asian community, all is welcome. When we throw things, when we meet up, everybody, you know, whether they show up or, you know, some people will show up. And I think that's a beautiful thing, that whole concept, man, you know, and it's all respect. You know, nobody's disrespecting anybody. We might have a complejo here, there. We had a couple little, you know, bumps on the road, like, you know, but hey, it's all been handled. You know, nothing's perfect, and we keep thriving and we keep going. So, you know, it's participation, a lot of participation, you know, and that's what it takes. We grown people, man. Let's act grown. It's not just talk about being grown. Let's act grown. You know what I'm saying?
Let's act grown. Man. We got it. We got to. You know what I mean? We got to keep it G. You know, and that's what, even when we were coming up though, homie, like our older homies, they were G's, like and carry themselves like in respect. They were crazy gangsters. You feel me? But they carry themselves with respect, you know. So,
and that's where I got a lot of my klesha at, man. To tell you the truth, I have, you know, in some sense, you know, I have a lot of a lot of older homies. You know, my neighbor has been around for years, man, to tell you the truth. And we're even despising the older homies, but you know, they were right, to tell you the truth, man. You know, and even to say, you know, the family, you know, because community comes from within the home first, right?
Right.
You know, your family and all that stuff, like I mentioned earlier, you know, and like, hey, I grew up, you know, that's why I learned how to be community. You know, my mom took me to community church, the Black, white, Asian, and all that. So, you know, racism was not even implemented in me at that time or whatsoever. It's implemented when I started making those wrong decisions and started being on the streets. And then from the streets, I went to the county, and from jail, it was a whole different narrative. And it was not because I wanted to be like that.
No.
You understand that. That's the way it's designed. You know what I'm saying?
That's the difference though. Like when we speak on like Southern California, that's just why I said that in the video I made too. It's like that's a Southern California thing more so than everywhere. I'm sure there's little racism everywhere, but in Southern California it's different, and a lot of it comes from the deep shit comes from the prison, the gang shit. Once you get involved in that, and it becomes politics, homie. So it's real shit. You have no choice to abide. And some people go to the county, homie, and don't even bang it or do nothing at all. But they tell them you got to get down with what's going on, homie, or you're gonna get your ass beat. Period. You know what I'm saying? So that shit molds you and shapes you into shit, especially if you already in the gang or in the thing. You know what I mean? You really gotta. It takes you there because you're going through that shit really in there. And that's real, you know what I mean? So that's a big part of it, a real big part of it, you know? And then another thing just comes from
a different type of community.
Communities too, though, how we grow up. It is separate communities where people just grow up around their people. So a lot of that is not to say ignorance, but just uneducated about other people. So that wall is just there anyway. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of things that take place when you're discussing Southern California, because it's very different from any other place.
Absolutely, man. You know, it's something that I was not born into, like I mentioned. But as soon as you hit something like that, some real stuff like that, you better learn real quick. You don't have an opportunity or a time to think about it. Hey, wow, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to 9500. And you know, I see there's some black, some crazy dudes here. There's a couple Asian dudes in here. There's a lot of Mexican dudes in here. You know, these guys are my enemies. There's a lot of this. You know, it's a really different world in there. You know what I mean? It's really it's different.
Gotta be a man fast. And if you say you gangbang, you really gotta prove that shit. And there ain't no playing unless you gonna get done bad.
And that's what it is. You know, when you say you're a gang member, you represent. Guess what? You're gonna learn division. You're gonna learn hate. You know, you're gonna learn segregation. Right when you walk in, you go to a day room or, you know, a pod or something like that. Hey, you know, the blacks are over here, the whites are over here, the Mexicans are over here, the border brothers are over here. So you can't walk this way, you can't eat with this way, you can't fellowship. And like, hold on here, you know what I'm saying? That's a lot for me to take in, man. You know, I thought we were a community. Yeah, we are, but we stick within our own. You're like, oh, damn. So now you're involved. Now you're in somebody else's community. And that's what happens a lot of times, how we get ourselves into communities that we know we shouldn't even be a part of. You know, because there's industries that are involved with this, you know what I'm saying? And they'll teach you to preaching how to hate, how to divide, how to segregate, you know what I'm saying? You know, how the words you say can get you killed, you know, anywhere, to tell you the truth, man. And that's what type of community, like over there, like, oh man, you know, Big D's area over there is a little tough community over there, you know what I'm saying? Well, if you say the wrong thing, act a different way, you know, a boxer don't go into a ring with somebody that's martial arts, homie, you know what I'm saying? Vice versa. You know, they have their own different communities. You know what I'm saying?
Right, real shit, bro. And all of that is real too. And then see what further though, it's like we still. That's why I go back again to people standing up and being real all the way. And that's why I even said like I can't be no hypocrite, never. Like, even if I got to deal with shit and politics and all that, I got to come back, homie, and still speak the real and say what it is. I can't, now I'm this, that, because I've been over here or vice versa. No, I got to keep it real all the way, homie, unless I'm a hypocrite, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm never going to do that, homie.
Right. And that's a big challenge for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I respect you for that, man, because, you know, it could go bad real quick, man. You know, you could offend the wrong person.
Yeah.
And it's just like, man, and I see that sometimes, man. You know, your own culture, your own community will turn against you, man. You know,
it's fast, bro. So that's why it's always too, you know, I understand all this. That's why I move the way I move, carefully, not carefully, but just responsibly, homie, and real. So
that's
I don't
the word right there.
You feel me?
Responsible. And that's another one we talked about, responsibility. So you guys, like I said, you guys got to go back and check these old clippings and, you know, and maybe tap into them, maybe it gets a sense of knowledge. If you're confused or don't know how to wiggle or this and that, we have it here for you. You know what I'm saying? We could implement it, you know, but it's like anything else. How much are you going to receive and take? You know, I can't tell you to take this and take that. It's under your own discretion what you're gonna and what you're gonna eat, the fat or the meat. You know what I'm saying? That's just some straight up stuff, man. You know.
Facts, homie. So again, like I said, that's what we're talking about. We talked about accountability before, but we always seem to bring that back, right? Because accountability is almost like
hand
in hand. You know what I mean? And you have to be accountable at all times to stay on point and know you know what I mean, what that means. And that's just how you will live your life. So again, even with me saying I move responsible, you know what I mean? That's what it's about. You know what I mean? And I think at one point you build, that's like your character. So that's just me, like how I want to move. So people see that. And that's why I say, again, it's going to be the love reciprocated with anyone, because they're going to recognize that, homie, especially if we're older and you know what I mean? You can try to sense real and understand it, because we've lived it so long. We've seen all the bullshit, bro. You know what I mean? Like, we love it's actually like you love to see at this point, at this stage in life and where we are, man, I love to see people that are really real good people. Like, man, you embrace that, because you know it's just rare. It's rare.
I've been seeing it, homie. I've been seeing it, man. You know, it's just like, it's a beautiful thing, as you mentioned, man. You know, it's just, you know, like, as I mentioned, we had a couple bumps on the road, man, but nothing that we can't fix and resolve it. That's what a community does, man. You resolve your differences and we own it. You know what I'm saying? And whatever we have to do to make it move forward, we'll do that. And whoever wants to separate themselves from that, then, hey, you're more than welcome over here. Hey, we don't force you. You know what I mean? We just try to make a difference, like Pop said. I think there's a lot of stuff that we could come out and stand out and say, you know, when it comes to, you know, Black and brown communities and all communities. You know, like I said, community starts from the home, people. You know, make sure you raise your kids in the diligence of doing the right things and choices. I'm not here to tell you how to parent, you know, how this, but communities come within the home, man, the structure. You know, then you can send yourself out there. I mean, we got work communities, hospital communities. I mean, you don't come out here and say, I'm here to check in. You know, you better check me. Job interview communities. I mean, you got to know how to represent yourself and carry yourself, man. We got rehabilitation communities. You know, I think the drug, you know, rehabilitation communities. It's just, what type of communities are you going to get involved in?
Right. Yeah, and just try to find, you know, well, I mean, everyone at this point should know who they are, but you know, find your purpose, man, and just try to just be better at that every day. We got to start understanding that we are here for a reason, man. You know what I mean? Because we losing a lot of people every day, man. Like, I know a lot of people. I've lost a lot of people, and especially in the streets, we're losing these youngsters at an enormous rate, and they are the future, homie. And the future don't look too good for a lot of these youngsters. I mean, as far as inner city, it's other people thriving, you know, these other communities that are already, you know, raised that way. But our inner city communities, man, is real bad out there, man, to what these little youngsters are doing, man. So it's like, and that's the future. And it's getting so bad to where, like, you don't even, like, we as older people don't even want to deal with them, right? But, you know, that's the problem too. You know what I mean? These youngsters don't really have real OGs no more, bro. We have real OGs, whether bad or good. We learn stuff. You know, now these youngsters don't learn from anything but the internet. You know, they're being raised on the internet, bro, and that's not a good balance. There's no balance in that, bro. So we have off-balance youngsters out here going crazy, bro, and it's just getting worse, man. What I see is this world is crazy right now, man. It really is, bro. You know, so we gotta, again, each one teach one. It starts with yourself. It starts with us as individuals, homie. You know, and we can't change the world, but like Tupac said, we could change one person, and that one person may change the world. You never know. So we got to start with ourselves, homie, and keep it real, bro.
Man, preach it, baby, preach it. You know what I'm saying? We about to preach it and teach it. Make sure you guys tap in, get your Bibles ready, pull up your coffee, man. We about to go from Monday to Sunday all the way, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do it on this side, man. But hey, great thing, man. Like I said, you know, these discussions are very important, people. We got to make sure that we're sharing the content and not just talking about it, but being about it. I get it. A lot of us have struggles. Trust me, I have a lot of struggles within myself, and it takes a lot for me to come out here and make sure that I'm come out here with integrity and trying to represent myself with positivity, because sometimes we can't get our emotions that get in front of us either. You know what I'm saying?
That's a big part of everything going on. People their emotions get the best of them, bro. And we again, that's a part of us being men too. We got to know how to control these emotions because we are men. We know better. The kids maybe not, but we can't get in our emotions, and that happens. And again, we're human, so I understand, but we got to check that because there's too many emotions, man. These dudes out here acting like females right now, bro. Like I don't know, homie.
Hey, Too Short said it when we were at the concert, man. He said not all words, the B word applies to women, eh?
That part.
Yeah, he's like applies to men too. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Then right away, like, all right, I get a short dog. You know what I'm saying? The house, short dog was in the house, and that's what it is because he has encountered a lot of haters, as he mentioned during that time.
Yeah.
So the communities that he's been involved in. You see these big, great platforms, and sometimes with all the with the viewings and the subscription and all that, they don't even know how to handle success. They speak out of content, out of character, and it's just things the way. Oh, I got this chain, I got that chain. I got this bag, I got that bag, and it's just like really. And now these are the people who are going to represent our communities in the future.
They're gonna crash out, and these people don't understand that you have to take this. You may be hot right now, but you're not always gonna be hot. So you have to know why you are hot, how to maintain this, build great relationships, do things that'll keep you here because you're not always gonna be hot. And Big D, you gave a perfect example with Too Short, bro. Too Short been doing this shit since we were kids, bro. Too Short I was a kid listening to Too Short. Like, what did he just say? You feel me? So, and he's still doing it right now. Like you said,
same thing.
But that means he's sustained and known how to move right, bro. You know what I mean? You never heard really no bullshit on Too Short, nothing, bro.
He may got a little hate for the B word, you know what I'm saying? But
he does, and I think,
like he mentioned, it's not just for women.
Yeah, but then too, you know what? It's his character, bro. So people have gotten past the people who may used to stereotype him, just like Snoop Dogg. He's always known for smoking weed and all this. Now they fucking love Snoop, bro. He could go in the White House and smoke, probably, all this stuff. And just like with Short, he says the B word, but people love him anyway. Even the women love him more than the dudes, bro.
And in all respect, I don't think he said it on purpose. It's just the community.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
The community that you grow up in, man, that's pretty much your wealth, your commonwealth of what's going to happen, And if your pops and your grandparents ain't looking at you and trying to change that or check that, then I'm not mad at you why you grow up and say the B word or you're cussing about guns and knives or, you know what I'm saying, you're sending a negative narrative or, anybody could go be negative. Be negative is easy. You know what I'm saying? That's right. The easy part, man. I could get involved into a negative community real quick, and they ain't gonna like me either. You know what I'm saying? Because real meets real, and it's just a measure of, who's more machismo right here. You know what I mean? Let me see your BS against my BS, man. Because I guarantee you, man, I'm gonna go out fighting. But why and what for? At what stake? At what purpose? At what milestone? And what am I gaining? One thing I like how shout out to Child how he says, the mad dog, theory. When somebody mad dogs me, I turn the other way, dog. That's my type of community, dog.
No. But that's real. But that's grown, being a grown man. Because back in the day, that's what it's about, right? Okay, but you feel you gotta. You even if you don't, you have to, right? Engage. And man, what are you looking at for now? Being the grown men we are, we know that's bullshit because this dude, we don't even know what this dude may be on. This dude may be on a sick one. This dude may be crazy, anything. So it ain't even worth my time, homie. You could mad dog all you want as long as you don't touch me, homie. You feel me? So it's like, you gotta think better because that could turn bad just because he mad dogs, you want to mad dog back. And now it's some whatever happens over a stare, homie. And this dude doesn't even deserve your time, bro.
That's right. Just like making a wrong turn, you could be in the wrong community, bro, and anything could happen. You know what I'm saying? Innocent go into wrong communities, man, and they get hurt too, man. The innocent, you know what I'm saying? Wrong place at the wrong time, you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. You got to understand, that's why a lot of people are judgmental on where they're at. That's why, there's a lot of stereotyping among cities and communities, man. Oh, well, LA's bad. Or, San Francisco, Detroit, you know what I'm saying? Philadelphia. It's just like, they encounter these big milestone cities, man. And a lot of them come with the, what they're grown up with, a lot of low income, societies, a lot of depression, a lot of poverty, it just comes. And sometimes these communities make you, man, And you got people like NWA, they come out and they're not exploiting it. They're just telling it like it is, man. You know what I'm saying? They're telling you how their community really is. And that's what set the tone, I think, for West Coast rap. When it came to the gangster rap, man, they were just telling people, hey,
what is? But you know what? You know what, Big D? You keep dropping gems and you don't know why, because I'm going to piggyback on that. Just like you said, NWA did come out initially telling just the real, but they didn't think that shit would, they were just telling the real, the neighborhood, and they didn't know it would blow up. But guess what?
Was the community? What's their community?
Yeah, that's what it was.
City of what?
Yeah, Compton. But check this out. But what I was going to get to, but guess what? It does blow up. And now it's money being made, and guess what? It does somewhat get exploited once people feel, oh, this is what's up. So now you got gangster rappers who ain't even real gangsters. That's what CB4s, that's what. So it does get exploited. So now it gets bad because it is exploited. And fast forward to where we are talking about community and YouTube. This got exploited because now anyone gets on here, they don't deserve to be talking what they talking. We don't even know who they are. They could be all bad, all that. But they got a voice, and some people follow them, and some blow up.
Crazy, man, crazy. Man.
The wrong representation, homie.
It's the type of community, man. And this days now, that's what I'm saying. It's so easy to subtract and add. You know what I mean? So you could put your own narrative. You could take somebody else's concept. Somebody could come over here and say, hey, you know what? They're doing real good. That's a real good topic, whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to use it for the positive narrative, people shoot it. But if you're going to start speaking bad crap and say, nah, this ain't happening. Because I've seen a lot of that these last couple of weeks. Nah, that ain't happening. This is just for us. Oh, you guys understand our culture. Oh, the gangster. Oh, East Coast, West Coast. Oh, North and South. It's just like, it's a headache, homie. It's a
headache, bro. And like you said, a lot of it don't even deserve the energy. Like you said, I don't even want to get into, like you keep saying, I don't even want to go there with it, but even the gang shit or politics, North and South, like that stuff that shouldn't even because it deserve that attention, bro. That's people you're not even going to see. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of this shit is crazy. I just think, again, we need to focus, but again, I know that's what we're gonna do. But the thing has been exploited now, just like YouTube has been exploited, and everyone sees the dollars or the views or the clout. So that's what they chase, bro. And these people will do anything, put out content. I'm starting to notice even now people put out content that they know is not right. Like it sometimes we don't know, people don't know, and it's new, fresh. You hear it like a rumor. That's another thing. Like people be quick to just drop content on something they don't even know. You know what I mean? That's like being a bad journalist. You know what I mean? It comes out a day later. That's not even what happened. So they got to apologize, all that. That's cool. But some people now put out content that they know is not true and still put it out because they know it'll get views. Right. So it's a dirty game out here, man.
Big time, man. I mean, like I mentioned, man, you have to have clear boundaries amongst communities, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what separates a lot of people, especially artists, North and South, right? They have, they're clear about their boundaries, bro. I got a North boundary, I got a South boundary. I got an East Coast, West Coast. You got to know your boundaries, right? Boundaries sometimes, I hate to say, they make communities, bro. I think another thing that makes community as well, to tell you the truth, is self-sufficiency. You know what I'm saying? Be sufficient on the things that you do and represent, do it to your best ability. If you're brown and, know your history and know what you're saying. If you really care about your characteristics, then learn about the other culture too. Don't just talk about judge of people. Wow, they're black. I can't talk about them. No, I can't mingle with them. Slap yourself. For that one time, man. Grow up. This is 2024. You should all be glad that it ain't about the 90s and the way it was prior to that. 2000 things started changing. I started seeing more Hispanic, Mexican, brown culture, started saying, different, the N words, thinking that it's okay and this and that, using words, in disrespecting ways, it's just like, it goes crazy. No, you guys are accepting, that narrative, knowing that, if you really say it to a real person that's like that, man, you're pretty much going to get dealt with, man. And that's why people, start bringing, and having division, having problems with other communities and all that.
Yeah. That's a whole deal, because that's the youngsters, and it's just that's a crazy, because the youngsters, like, they feel, I think they're influenced by the music and all that, and how they grow up now. Like you said, I don't think, no, you can't tell them that they, like, nah, you to them, like, this is what I talk, this is how I talk, and that's it. You can't even tell them no, like, you can, but they still gonna do it. So that's a whole different thing going on right now. But again, I think that comes with education and stuff like that, because even me now, like, it's like I don't even want to use that on word, bro. Because again, I will be not saying I can't and all that, and not saying I haven't, but it's like now again, I have to be responsible. I'm on a platform, you know what I mean?
But hold on, pops. You know what I mean? We us as people too, as adults, we got to interact with our young ones too, bro. You know what I mean? It's close interactions with these youngsters. You know what I'm saying? We got to be the voice. You know what I'm saying? Say, hey, you know, it's not okay. I'm not here to bad you or put you down or mock you. I'm just telling you, hey, bro, it's a disrespectful, you know, manner, to tell you the truth. Yeah. Unless we get those close interactions amongst the community, you know, I mean, being out there, which I think we are trying to do. We don't do it perfectly, but people got to understand, man, it's just me and you and the little community that we have around us. You know what I'm saying? Right. But those little communities, if you look at it, right, they could turn big, and hopefully they will get the display and the narrative like, hey, you know what? There is people making differences, right? There is people that are changing, but then because you're always going to have the BS, bro.
Right. And that's why I say, again, I think it's leading by example, because see, even like you just said, have those interactions or tell the youngsters, hey, don't do this, don't do that. We all know, because we were young. People can tell you all day, but that don't mean you gonna listen. Like, okay, even if they respect you, they'll hear you, but they're still gonna do it. But you gotta lead by example. So just like I said, I ain't using that word. If these same youngsters, if I told them that before, but they watching me for a year or two now, they'd be like, I never even heard him say that. So now they know they gotta respect it, because he really living what he's saying. They don't see me on here, I'm telling them one thing, then I'm on here this, that. They're like, what? You feel me? So they're gonna respect what they see and how you what your word is, homie. Youngsters ain't dumb. You know what I mean? They're going to do what they do, but they watch and they pay attention, homie. You know what I mean?
Big time, man. Big time. Example. Big time. And that's what they're looking for, man. A central direction. That's what doesn't communities sometimes offer that. You know what I'm saying? Right. And we don't offer, you know what I mean? It's not always offering a bad vibe. I can't say just growing up in the neighborhood was always a bad thing, even though I saw a lot of BS and harmful things in there. But guess what? It was done to our own people, bro. It was not, you know, I didn't see no black and brown anything. What I saw was a lot of brown and brown, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of brown and brown, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like the community, you know what I mean, that I was grown up into.
And another thing, Big D, not to cut you off, but you keep dropping gems, and I got to step in. It starts again from within, because a lot of times people be quick to, like you say, talk about a whole nother community or race, and they not even good with their own race. You know what I mean? To this day, our main infighting is with people of your own communities first and foremost. So you can't come out here and preach or even be biased or racist to someone else when you're still racist to your own people, if you're still killing them, homie, and representing hate, bro. So that's another thing that has to get understood on all bases. That's why gangs don't never work truces and all that, because you have to start.
They can't follow that piece.
Yeah, you got to start within yourself. If you're still preaching, carrying on hate and doing all that, there's no way it's going to work, homie. So everything starts from within first, bro. You know what I mean? So that's what people got to realize. You can't be talking about a whole nother shit. That's why you see a lot of the people that keep up the bullshit, even if they're preaching race shit and all that, as soon as that dies down with that, they back over here beefing with some other homies that their own people, bro, to the fullest, homie. So come on, homie.
It could be very confusing, bro.
So we got to pay attention, bro.
That's why, Pops, you know what I mean? You know, we organize events, man, initiate joint project, bro. We're networking and we're supporting one another, dude. You know what I'm saying? It's just the simplicity of it, you know? And even supporting, even doing these events, at times it comes with challenges, man. You know what I mean? The whole setup, you know, getting everything together. I see DD working a lot, man, in the milestone. You know, I'd rather work for hardship, organization, community stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, it's easy to do the bullshit, homie. I could pick up and stand in the corner like we did the other day, possibly. We could have been waiting, you know what I'm saying? Waiting. And we were anticipating, right? We're in the alley like, damn, dog, we're not supposed to be here. We're not supposed to be here, homie, you know? But it's just like, that's how fast you can get yourself caught up in some BS, because some other people see us in there, black and brown, and they have a different narrative, and they think we're involved with another community.
Yeah, definitely. You gotta be careful out here, you know. And we're always aware of your surroundings. Definitely, yeah. I mean, for sure. Be aware of your surroundings all the time. Shout out to you. Let's see in the chat. Everyone in the chat interacting. Thank you for the love. I hope we are, talking some real talk tonight, right? Yeah, I mean, because this is what we're here for. It's let's talk about it, man. And we always want to, again, come up, like I said at the beginning of the show, with positive solutions to whatever we're talking about. We want to bring a positive solution at the end, you know what I mean, that we can walk away with it and feel like, we walked away.
Let me just say this, man. We don't do things perfectly, people. Trust me. I'm going to tell you firsthand, man. You know what I mean? The people that know me, I don't do it perfectly, man, but I strive. I really do, man. I really believe that we could get here and we could make a change, people. You know what I'm saying? We do it right now, man. You know what I mean? I can honestly say that I got real friends in social media instead of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I think we demonstrated that, man. I have met beautiful people on this social media, and it changes everything than what people that are putting out. And these are women, these are men, people of different color. And shout out to the women, man, because I feel like I get more supported from them than the men. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Shout out to the women.
Yeah, we could learn from these women, you know what I'm saying, that been there, done that. They have emotions and need support system. I'm always trying to, I'm glad I have a wife that sometimes, she puts me on my 10 toes, man, my 2 feet, because, I have to learn how to respect her, treat her, because she's a gangster, dog. You know what I mean? She may act holier than thou, bro, but you know what I'm saying? Her pants are holy, dog. Doesn't mean she's a great person, man. You know what I mean? But most of the time, she's a beautiful person. And that's why she's here. She gets inspired and motivated when we talk and do certain tough subjects. I encourage you people, man, to go back and look at all these topics and let's talk about it. We have plenty of them. We did it for a whole year. The G-Lew community has grown since I've been here, you know what I'm saying, respectfully, man. And that's what everything's all about. You know what I mean? We talk to our members, man. We ask for their opinions, people. We listen to what you guys have to say and what's your concerns. You know what I mean? And the main thing about that is let's take action, man. Every day that's what we do. Action. We could say everything and all this one, but unless we ain't doing it, talking about it, that's what we're doing right now. So let's further the process and let's take some action, man. That's what I could say.
That part I agree totally, man. You know what I mean? We're going to continue to grow as a community, That's the name of the show tonight. So that's what we're going to shout out to D Unfadable in the chat. He'll be on the show tomorrow. But that's what we're going to do, grow as a community in here and continue to love each other, man, and grow like family, man. We're going to stay tapped in. All love, and try to show each other respect. If we, like you said, we may have bumps in the road, but I want us to get all through that. Anyone could reach out to anyone and talk or figure it out. You know what I mean? But we got to grow as a community, as a family, homie. So we lead by example. So when they see us, they know that's the way it's done.
It was already spoken, man. You know what I mean? Like I mentioned, like
it was written.
It was written, bro. You know what I'm saying? The Bible says, blessed are the brother who comes in peace, man. The Bible says, love thy neighbor, I love themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I follow a different character. I got a different community, a spiritual community, man. Accept that too. If there's any community that you guys going to get involved in, make sure it's a spiritual one too. It doesn't matter what kind of spiritual community. I ain't sure who to tell you who to go to worship or not. But if it's teaching y'all to have respect and to love one another and to praise something else besides yourself, stop idolizing yourself, stop looking at money, start trying to keep up with the Kardashians, hey, be a father, be a wife, you know what I'm saying? Be a good, the Bible says be a good steward, you know what I'm saying? That's it. You know what I mean? That's how communities grow, man. I always go back, I ain't perfect and I ain't trying to preach y'all, but I look at one man who made a difference in people's life, man, and died for that, for our sins and in our community, so we could grow, man. We could stop hating, and stop disrespecting each other and so forth, man. It's a bigger picture, people, than just us. Trust me, it's a bigger picture than me and G-Lew. All we're doing is just welcome you guys to the party, eh?
No one's bigger than the program, you know what I mean? So we're just
nobody big. I may be big, people, but I ain't the whole program. Trust me, I ain't no G-Lew without me. Ain't no me without G-Lew, dog, for sure.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you to all the love we got tonight. We're just gonna continue to run the program the correct way. You know what I mean? That's what we're gonna do here. You know what I mean? So it's G-Lew, Big D, man. Let's talk about it back on Monday nights, man. And we're open for discussion. People that want to have ideas, you know what I mean, things you want us to talk about, let us know. Get at Big D. Tell them where they can follow you at, Big D, where they can inbox or get at you, you know what I mean, for whatever.
Check it out, man. You guys know my IG. If you don't know, now you know it. It's Keeping It Real RF. Like I said, you tap in, come in respectfully. I know some people have wanted to tap in, but sometimes life just hits and they don't. Please take me seriously. When you say you want to mentor and you want to communicate, It's our time. I ain't asking for no money or anything now. It's just when you're ready to go, let's go, because these topics in my friendship is sincerity, because I got a lot of people that I deal with. Like I said, I'm always dealing with DD and G-Lew. We're always looking for the next subject topic and things to do so we could grow. And everybody's welcome, man. I'm telling you, we have no hate, disparity. We come from a little, Chicano, Latino, maybe a little street gang culture and stuff like that. But if you really get to know us and so, man, we have nothing but love and respect. I think the trauma and all the abuse and everything that we went through, we want to teach you or make sure that society grows a different way. Whoever hangs on with us, man, just make sure, to just, looking for the change, man, like always.
That part, man. All that what he said right there is real. We come from where we come from. We gangsters at heart, but the love, man, we gangsters of love, homie, and God, homie. We gangsters for God now, bro. So the G ain't left us, homie. You know what I mean? So don't come playing. It's all respect, and unless you disrespect, but we preach and push respect and positivity and love, bro. So we expect it back. You know what I mean? So that's what it is right there. Love, the G-Lew Show. Let's talk about it, man. Big D, G-Lew. Shout out to DD Hairston, our producer. Shout out to everyone in the chat, man. We love you guys, man. We love y'all, man. What else, Big D? What else? Anything else, bro?
That's it, brother, man. I'm just excited to be back. Like I said, man, you guys take what you want, man. You can cut out the fat. Just let you know, man. Let's keep it positive. It's the beginning. I like doing these Monday nights, to tell you the truth, man, because it gets the week started. And then we follow. We know we're community, and we got Jen Magana tomorrow. And then we got the G-Lew Show on Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? And then Thursday, me and Julie are going to be tapping in, doing some other things. But it's going to be hopefully on my show if everything goes well, because we like to change it up, because we see.
I'm coming.
You guys are all thugging out there. Football season's around the corner, so throw your setup in the air. Like a Julie can't wait to throw. We're gonna throw your setup in the air.
Hey, I'm coming to the Keeping It Real show, man. The Big D, where the Big D's thing, he be doing his thing, man. But I ain't getting in the pool. Sometimes you be a little too sad. I ain't getting in the pool and all that. But I'm gonna come in and chop it up with you, bro. And whenever you want to have me, man, let's do it, bro. You know what I mean? We're gonna reciprocate the love, homie.
Yeah, make sure you guys follow Friday. Like I said, Pops is doing it. We got other beautiful channels. Don't forget my DD. Don't forget my DD, please. You know what I'm saying? Tap into the Hookah Lounge. We got something in store for y'all. It might be political. That's why G-Lew's fighting his way out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
really politics, man. Get in there. Hey, but let me tell you one thing, though, man. Me and G-Lew tapped into that 4 years ago. We were representing. We voted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Go back to all the shorts and throw it out there.
Yeah.
And then you guys will see. So it's participation. Communities right now, they're really getting together. They're really, if you don't vote, you know what I mean? Your involvement don't mean nothing.
Yeah, you can't talk. That's how I feel too. I tell people that all the time. You can't be hollering from the rooftop and all that, but if you didn't even vote, you know what I mean? If you don't vote, then just be quiet. But if you do, you have every right to speak what you want to speak and speak your mind. You feel me? So vote or just shut up.
That part. With that being said, it is, man. Like I said, it's July 1st. Summer is here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet, man. Make sure you sip on some stuff that's going to hydrate you as well. Some water with ice. You know what I'm saying? You could be nice, wiggle and woggle. But, hey, we were having some fun tonight, man. It's good to be. I'm glad to be back on the show, Pops. I think we did a great job. Thanks for your participation, man. Thanks for having me on the G-Lew shows. Hey, love and respect to everybody that out there that came and participated. We'll be back next week. Trust me, we got some more hot topics, man. So be ready. You guys got to get more involved. You guys got to tell your friend, tell your people, like, hey, we got to tap in on here. You guys had an opportunity to call. You had the website to get on. So look for more of that. I know Pops likes to bring people in and all that. It's always good, open discussion, but come respectfully. We're a community that's growing. Hey, much love. Go check me out. Big D Keeping It Real, my YouTube channel. And you're going to get the same thing you get here, love and respect and positive communities, man.
That part, man. And with that being said, we're going to get up out of here. And don't forget, people, you vote. But don't forget to always, the biggest one, the biggest president of them all is God. So talk to him every night, man. His line is always open. His polls are always open. You could talk to him about anything, anytime, a day. He's going to be there, man. So make sure you give it up for God, man. And don't forget, 7 days without prayer makes 1 week, WEAK. That part. And we're out of here. Much love, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. Check out the round table. Jen Magana, Denise Castillo, House of Tattoo, Grindhouse, homie, is their new guest. Shout out to them. And then make sure you check out Changing the Game with me and DeAndre Chanel. We got a special guest. The Unfadable will be there And yeah, and then third, check out Big D any day. Follow Big D's channel, man. You never know when he's gonna pop up on you. You feel me? And check out the content and support the homie. And shout out to everyone in the chat once again. I see you, Asia, and UDC came in late. Everyone out there, man, we appreciate the love. Thank you. And shout out to DD Hairston again. We're out of here, y'all. Peace, love, respect, all that right there, man. We love you guys. Peace. We out of here. Let's talk about it.
Product of the 90s.